Hello, adventurers! Welcome to Original Bedtime Stories, where every tale is a doorway to magic, mystery, and adventure. Ready to explore? Let's go! The Puppy Plan. Once upon a time, in a cozy little house at the end of a quiet street, lived a little boy named Luke and his mom, Clara. Luke was 7 years old and had one big dream. He wanted a puppy. Every day he'd talk about puppies, draw pictures of puppies, and even practice naming all the puppies he would one day have. "Mom, please, I'll take care of it, I promise. I'll feed it, walk it, and love it forever," Luke pleaded one evening. Clara loved Luke dearly, but as a single mother with a busy job and a household to run, she knew how much work a puppy could be. She remembered the chewed furniture, the messes, and the endless energy of the dog she'd had when she was younger. "Owning a puppy isn't all cuddles and playtime, Luke," Clara said gently. "It's a lot of responsibility." But Luke wouldn't give up. He was so convinced he'd be the perfect puppy owner that Clara came up with an idea. Her friend Sarah had a bouncy, mischievous golden retriever puppy named Max. What if Luke had a chance to experience what it was really like to take care of a puppy? One day, Clara came home with a surprise. "Luke, guess what? I got you a puppy," she said with a big smile. Luke squealed with joy as he saw Max bounding into the living room. He was everything he had dreamed of, fluffy, golden, and full of energy. "I'll take such good care of him, Mum," Luke promised, throwing his arms around Max. But from the very first night, things didn't go quite as Luke had imagined. Max wasn't ready to sleep when Luke was. He barked and whined in the middle of the night, waking Luke and his mum. "Mum, why won't he stop barking?" Luke asked, his eyes drooping with sleep. "Maybe he needs to go outside," Clara suggested. And so, in his pajamas, Luke took Max out into the chilly night. The next morning, Luke woke up to find Max chewing on his favorite shoes. "No, Max!" he cried, trying to pull them away. But Max thought it was a game and tugged harder, wagging his tail happily. At breakfast, Max knocked over his water bowl, splashing water all over the kitchen floor. Luke slipped and almost spilled his cereal. By lunchtime, Max had found his crayons and chewed half of them, leaving colorful bits all over the carpet. Every day that week was full of surprises. Max tore up cushions, chased squirrels in the garden, and refused to walk on the lead properly, pulling Luke this way and that. Luke tried his best to keep up, but Max was a whirlwind of energy. By the end of the week, Luke was exhausted. He flopped onto the sofa as Max tried to climb onto his lap, wagging his tail. "Mum," he said with a sigh, "I think Max is a bit too much." Clara sat beside him and gave him a hug. "Taking care of a puppy is hard work, isn't it?" she said. Luke nodded. "I didn't know they needed so much attention. I love Max, but I don't think I'm ready for a puppy just yet." Clara smiled. "That's okay, Luke. You've learned an important lesson. Puppies are wonderful, but they're a big responsibility too. Maybe one day, when we're both ready, we can think about it again." The next day, Clara returned Max to Sarah, who laughed when she heard about all the mischief he'd caused. Luke felt a little sad saying goodbye, but he also felt relieved. He went back to his quiet, tidy house, happy to cuddle his stuffed animals instead. From that day on, Luke didn't ask for a puppy again, at least not for a while. Instead, he channeled his love for animals into drawing pictures of them and reading books about them. And Clara was proud of her son for learning that sometimes dreams take time and patience to come true. And so, Luke and Clara lived happily ever after, with no chewed shoes, no barking at midnight, and a house full of peace and quiet. The end. Thanks for joining the adventure. Keep dreaming, keep exploring, and we'll see you next time for another magical tale. Until then, sleep tight and dream big.